Hello world, welcome to the second video in my QuantConnect playlist where I'm making an algorithmic trading bot with Python step by step. In this video I'm going to be setting up what's called a universe, which gives you access to all the thousands of stocks and the data behind it that QuantConnect pushes out. Make sure you've watched my first video though, because we're going to go straight into the code. So you can watch that by clicking here. Alright, but before we do get into the code, welcome to the 141st video on my channel where I'm building my own digital assistant named Shane, like Jarvis from the Iron Man movies and comics. And so only about 5.8% of people have subscribed to my channel, so please subscribe if you like this playlist, if you like my video and you want to keep watching me build my own digital assistant. So let's take a quick look at the documentation to read more about universe selection. So what the universe is this is where QuantConnect pushes a lot of data into these universes, and it gives you access to whatever assets you want, like foreign exchange currency, stocks, cryptocurrencies, whatever. And so you get to choose based off the algorithm you're building what kind of universe you want. So there is so the first thing you have to do is initialize it, and then you could do a manual universe, a fundamental universe, and then scheduled universes. So the manual universe is a static, fixed set of assets to trade. So I think people use this with currencies and these ETF stocks. And so you want the assets to be static, right? You're not going to be finding which ones you want. You always want to look at the like foreign exchange currencies. The next one, which is what we'll be using, is a fundamental universe, which basically you get to use what's called a coarse selection and a fine selection to really narrow down what kind of stocks or assets you want to put into your algorithm. So even before the algorithm starts, you want to, kind of filter which stocks you want, like screen them. That's what you use. Next is the scheduled universe. This is where time is the most important part of your what's it called? Your algorithm. So if yours is a time base, you've already selected your assets that you want to focus on, and you just want it to be pardon me, scheduled, then you use the scheduled universe. But like I said, we're going to be using the fundamental, or the fundamental universe. So let's go into our project. Okay, this is my first project. That's what I named it. So we're in our terminal. And so in the first video, we established this class, first project, and we're going to pass it the QuantConnect algorithm. Then we initialized a start date, the setting cache, the end date. Then we attached the SPY to a daily resolution. So now, still in the initialize function, we're going to do a self.add, capital A add, capital Universe, capital S for selection, then find fundamental universe selection model. Find fundamental universe selection model. Then we're going to pass it self.select course, and then self.select find. Okay, so what that's doing is that it's saying we're going to add a universe. It's going to be called this find fundamental universe selection, and the parameters we're passing it is this select course function and this select find function. So first we're going to define the select course function. We're going to pass it self and then course. Course is where all the data QuantConnect pushes it. So we didn't define this anywhere, right? There's no course equals. So this is a part of the documentation for QuantConnect. And this is where QuantConnect pushes like 8,000 stocks into there, and then you get to filter it yourself with code. So what I want is just up to 10 stocks, right? We're not actually gonna use them. We're just gonna find them in this video. So let's just look for 10. we're going to define this variable called top. And this is not my code. I found that you could find this on hundreds of people who are doing the same thing I'm doing. So top equals, so we're going to sort, right? And then for x in course, right? So what we're doing is we're finding something for x in course, so a variable in course. We're going to put x on it. So if x, which is this x right here, for each stock symbol, if it has fundamental data, right? There's going to be a lot of stocks that stopped trading a while ago. I'm not sure. But if it has fundamental data for us to filter on, right? Then we want that one. And the price is below, right? So this x dot price is below $2 but above 0. And the price volume, so the volume times the stocks, the stock price, is greater than, I think this is 1 million. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, is greater than 1 million but less than $10,000. So that's called the x dot volume. All right, then we're going to do this, assign it to the x, put it in reverse order, and then we want that all the way up to the course. So we want 0, the first thing in the index or the array, self.course symbols count, which we defined as 10. So from 0 to the 10th item, if there is 10 items, we want those to put that into top. Then we're going to return the x dot symbol for every x that's in top. Then this fine, we're not going to do anything with this fine for right now. But if we did, we're going to return the f dot symbol for every f in fine. So this is intermediate to advanced Python now. So we're doing a function within a for loop in a for loop. So if this is your first time seeing that, that's what this is. And then we made no changes to what we're investing with. So like I said, we're not actually going to use these stock symbols. We're just going to see them in the debug. So let's backtest this. So this is free, so we're going to wait 20 seconds. But I'll just edit this part out. Okay, so now it's requesting the backtest, analyzing the strategy, which we haven't changed the strategy. So what you're going to see is these results are going to look just like last time. There we go. So now it's finished. And so this is the same results as last time because we set the start date in November, ended it in May 1st. We only invested once in SPY, the S&P index fund, right? So we only did one order. It's the same order from last time. This is the profit. You can check Yahoo charts for it. But now when we go to the console log, we'll see that there is no data loaded for these stocks, right? We just looked at these stocks. So let's check out this first one, CTRV. Let's move my head again. So CTRV, so CTRV stock price. Okay, so since it doesn't come up right now, I'm nervous that this stock no longer is trading. So let's look at another one. And let's try RTX. All right, so I believe this one is another one because these are outdated stock symbols. Let's see if we can find a good one. PBTS. Hey, there we go. So this is under $2. So basically what I need to do is find a way to add if it's active or not. So I need to add that into here as well because it has fundamental data. The last closing price was above, well, those are $3. So it's probably recognizing it as a little more than 0, but they're not actively traded. So what I can do is, were they traded in the last week? That's probably what I'll do. Let's see if any of these other ones are valid. All right, so here's another one, Annie, $1.45, so that's under $2. So that's good. Or that is what we wanted. And it found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stocks out of the 8,000 stocks that are in course. Now, what this is not is the over-the-counter market or the pink sheet market. So if we're going to do a truly small cap algorithm, which I haven't decided if that's what we're going to do, then that's what we'll do here. Now you can change this to $10 and you can change this to 100, right? And you can check your results there. So let's change that. So that's how you can change that. You can increase the min and max dollar volumes to get very actively traded stocks. Yep, so that's how you use the universe. So what we did was we added this universe selection. We picked the fine fundamental universe selection model. We passed it the select course and the select fine. And then in our select course function, we said, hey, give us up to 10 symbols. And in the course, so assign X to every X in course. And we want to make sure it has fundamental data, but which we saw doesn't mean it's an actively traded stock. It's less than $2, but over 0. And the dollar volume, that's different than volume, which is the shares traded. The dollar volume is above a million, or I'm sorry, up to a million, but over $10,000. Then we want to pass it the 0 index all the way up to 10. So if there was 50 of these, we would only have the top 10. And how did we sort those? By dollar volume. So the ones with the greatest dollar volume are at the top. We didn't do anything with the fine, and we didn't trade with these stocks. So all we did was check it in our console right here, so we know that it's there. So in the next video, we're going to actually do some work on these to make sure they're actively traded stocks, and then we're actually going to trade them with no algorithm, right? We're just going to say we're going to pick an execution model, and we're just going to execute them all and see what the backtesting gives us. And then after that, we'll assign an algorithm. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm going step by step because I saw some other video tutorials that I really didn't like because it just went too quick. And so we're just going to walk through this step by step. So please like this video if you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.